Hi, my name is Jen, and I'm a librarian at Harper, and I'm here today to talk to you about creating a concept or a topic or a mind map with a tool called Padlet. Um, Concept or mind or topic maps, you can use those terms sometimes interchangeably, is a way to graphically represent an idea and the relationship between any kind of sub ideas. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But Padlet is a free tool that's available online. You don't have to pay for it. And it will help you make all kinds of kind of bulletin boards online. But in this case, we're going to look about using it for making a map. It is free. Just go to Padlet, Padlet.com and sign up for the account. I already have an account. This is what a map might look like. This is a map I created for brainstorming research topics. Again, there's lots of ways you could use this, so this is just one of many examples. And you'll notice that it looks a little overwhelming, but if you find kind of this main topic, it makes a little more sense. So this main topic is an idea a student might start with when they want to research, but that's not specific enough. They really need to drill down into more about what they mean. And this map is the brainstorming to help them do that. I used color to help group. So for example, if you start at the main topic and you follow this arrow up here to the first level, then you can actually follow the arrows further. So I could take it to the right and go down, and then it keeps going down to the right. Or I could go a different direction. I could follow an arrow to the left and then up to this left here. And the idea is to connect ideas, to show the kind of layers of an idea. This is more of a free-form one. There's lots of ways you could go, all kinds of directions. You can also make them more linear, and it really depends on how you use the arrows. Will help determine how your viewer is going to progress through the map. So that's an example, but we're going to go back and make one. I'm going to click on the Make a Padlet button, and I want to make sure to select a blank board because I just want to start off with no content added. I want to do it. And then I'm going to select a canvas. There's lots of different ways you can use Padlet, but I'm going to go to canvas. That's just going to think of a blank bulletin board. I can also change the title to whatever I want, and then I can click done. You'll notice Padlet has already given us a background. There's a million backgrounds. You can change it very easily. I'm not going to bother, but just know you're not stuck with whatever you get at the first try. I can then click on this plus sign to add content. So I want to put my main idea here. This is the title field. I can, keep that brief and add whatever I want. I can also add more explanation in this lower field here. I can change the color to whatever I want. So maybe I want my main idea to be in red. And I can click publish, and now you'll notice it's added my main ideas box on the right, and I can click and drag it wherever I want it to go. Let's add another idea. So maybe now I want to get into a sub idea. I can add subtopic 1 here. I can do more explaining. Again, I could change the color if I want to, but I'm just going to click publish, and now my subtopic is right there. I'm going to go ahead and add one more. There we go. I have now several subtopics, but you'll notice they're all just kind of hanging out next to each other. I want to describe some sort of relationship between them. I can add arrows. I want to start wherever I want the arrow to originate. In other words, I want my arrow, in this case, to go from my main idea to my subtopic. So I start by clicking on the menu for the main idea. It's these 3 dots. And I can then connect to a post. Now it's going to give me the option. Which post do I want to connect it to? I'm going to say I want to connect it to this one. And now it has added my arrow from the main idea to the subtopic 1. I want to do the same thing here. I can add another arrow. I can also add a label. So this might, be a few words that I use to describe the relationship between these two concepts. I can say connect, and now it's added an arrow along with a label. And I can then move these, so I can move this all the way over here, and the arrow is going to follow. I can continue to add more levels. I can say level 3. I can also add more media. I can add a link to a website. So let's say I want to provide a link to wherever I got the information from. I could do that. I can add images. I can add a link to a YouTube video. The list is really endless. Again, I can change the color if I want to. And now I can put this wherever I want to. So maybe I want to connect these ideas, but this time I want the level 3 topic to go into the subtopic level. I can say connect, and I can add that there. Now, again, I can move this all over the place. That's the catch, is the arrow will only go one direction, so you do have to pick a direction. You can do lots and lots of changes to the board by using the settings icon, the little gear icon over on the right, or you can also share your Padlet once you're finished. I'm going to click on the share panel. The two ways I recommend doing it are copying the link. This will give you an actual link that somebody can click on to get to a view-only version of your Padlet. They won't be able to make changes, but they can look at your Padlet. Or if you scroll down, you can also save as an image or a PDF, and you could upload that somewhere. The only thing I would recommend there is test it out and see what it looks like. Depending on how big your Padlet is, it might get hard to read if it's saved as an image. So in that case, a link would probably be a better way to share it. If you have questions about Padlet, just let me know.